Hi everyone, today I'm going to read Caps for Sale by Esphyr, Slobodkina.
Okay.
Caps for Sale. I didn't read this part, right?
Nope.
Okay. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler. Carrying his
Wares.
wares on his back, he sold them.
He carried
He
them.
carried them on top of his head, like that. First, he had his own cap, his own checked cap. Then a bunch of gray caps. Then a bunch of brown caps. Then a bunch of blue caps. And on the very top, a bunch of red caps. That's his caps. That's his cap. And then gray. And also
Brown.
brown. Okay. Blue and red. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight. Straightly.
No,
just
very straight.
So as not to upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the streets and he walked down the streets, calling, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But no one wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," he said. And he walked out of the town slowly, so as not to upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. What's a nice place for a rest, he thought he. And he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back little by little against the tree trunk, so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put his hand to feel if they were.
It's that same word again.
What same word?
Straight.
straight. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red cap. How can he reach up there?
Keep reading.
He doesn't take them off. On the very top. I noticed something. See how it's these three colors?
Oh, I've never noticed that before.
And on this one,
Oh, yeah.
they were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a long time. Do you notice something?
What's that? What happened to the hats?
He only has his own cap. When he woke up, he was rested.
He was refreshed.
He was refreshed and rested. Before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. All he felt was his own checked cap. He looked up. He looked to the right of him, no caps. He looked to the left of him, no caps. He looked in the back of him, no caps. He looked in the
Read the word.
He looked behind the tree, no caps. Then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? What do you think he saw? Did you see it?
Come on, let's see it.
If you're right, I don't know. Monkeys.
Keep reading.
Should we count them?
Go ahead, count them.
I'll do it after I'm done. 1 on every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray or brown or blue or a red cat. Ready? We're going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. You can pause the video to count them yourself. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking his finger at them. "You give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him. Tis, tis, tis. Tiz, tiz, tiz. This made the peddler angry, so he shook both hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook both of their hands back at him and said, "Tiz, tiz, tiz." Now he felt quite angry and stomped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stomped their feet back at him. "Tiz, tiz, tiz," and said, "Tiz, tiz, tiz." By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both of his feet and shook.
Read the word.
And shouted, "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stomped both of their feet back at him and said, "Tiz, tiz, tiz." This is the one that is really cool. Ready? The monkeys copy him, right? So at last he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap and threw it on the ground and began to walk away. But then each monkey pulled off his cap and all the gray caps and all the brown caps and all the blue caps and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. Oops. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very, very top. Should we count the caps? No, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 brown, 4 gray ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, so that makes 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. So there's 16 caps. Plus his checked caps of 17. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap."
What's the picture say?
The end. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye.